And we are on and live. Shalom, Akim. First and foremost, and give all praises, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakal Kradash, and of course, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. All right, taught us it's true. Ran across this video today. It's myself and, hold on, so you can introduce this. I'm Naaman.
Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai, DC camp. All right, let me readjust this. No one needs to. Okay, anyway. So I ran across this, and a lot of what's going on today, what we're going to address is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He's being pulled down out of power. All right, all the deceptions and the lies that he's told and perpetrated throughout the earth for, let's just say, since the days of Columbus. All right. Those papal bulls and dogmas and doctrines. He put himself as the image of the Most High and his Son, all right, and as a result, being the people of the Most High. All these lies, everything's being found out now, all right. And in this video, you have this woman here in Missouri. It says, woman draped in Confederate flag praises KKK belief at Black Lives Matter protest. I'm gonna play a little of this, and then we're going to go into it. Let's see. Hold on here. Here we go. I will teach my grandkids to hate you all. You hear the song they're chanting? And that's an appropriate song. Hey, 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 nah, 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 goodbye. You know, Esau is out of here. All right, he's on his way down. All right, Luke 10 and 18. Let me get it real quick. Hold on. This is Luke. As soon as it comes up. 10 and 18. And this is Yahweh Shai, and he says, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. He's going down quickly. All right. So now back to the article. All right. So here it is. These people are being exposed now for everything that they are. The truth is coming out. I'm setting this up where I'm going to set it over here, and then we're going to go into it. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Now, a lot of them can't stand it because they've had it good. You know, they've prospered off their lives in the misery of our people, all right? The true Israelites, all right? So they've told these lies, and like I said, they prospered. They got immensely rich, all right, off of these lies. Now that everything's coming out as to what they've done, they can't take it. A lot of them are losing their shit, all right? So did you have any?
Let me see.
Any precepts? I'll come out with one real quick while you're looking for that. This is Habakkuk chapter 2. At 16, it says, thou art filled with shame for glory. Talking about the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, the nation of Edom. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Most High Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee, which is what's going on now, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. I should say the beginnings of that, which is coming now, all right? And again, they cannot take it. This is just the beginning, folks, and they're flipping out. All right? Let's go, since we're talking here, let's go to Lamentations. All right? This is Lamentations 4, start at 21. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. What's that cup? Slavery and everything that comes with it. All right? Everything, just think, everything that they put us through, they're going to go through. Double. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion, meaning ours. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And that's what's coming out. This internet was a very good thing. All right? Because all the things that he was up until, last 20 years or so, he's been able to hide. Because let's face it, Jake don't like to read. At least those things are important to him, to his people. All right? Namely, the things that these Edomites have done to us. And let's be clear, plantation Christianity aided that in the fact that Jake was always taught to forgive, not realizing what he was really actually being manipulated into doing, all right? Because that plantation Christianity tells you what? That we're all supposed to get along with each other, which the scriptures don't say, all right? And our people fail to realize, at least the majority of our people, that we were the only ones trying to hold that standard. Everybody else, when it comes to us, wasn't. So we were always the victims. We were always the prey. And again, that's prophecy. All right? So it's when you really sit down and think about it, all this time they were telling you who you were. But those a-holes that were trained, that were in our pulpits in these churches of ours, they weren't telling you that. All right? They were, go along and get along. All right? That's why they were set up. Did you have a precept?
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go ahead with this precept. Okay, this precept is, okay, I'm gonna start here at, let's see. Let's start at, okay, I'm gonna go with, I'm gonna go with, no, I'm switch that. Okay, I'm gonna go with, I'm gonna go with Psalm 7th chapter.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Okay. Okay. Oh Lord my God, indeed do I put my trust. Save me from all them that prosecute me and deliver me. Unless he tear my soul like a lion, rend it in pieces, where there is none to deliver. That's what he was doing to us. They killing us every day. The police. Any way they can kill us, they're killing us in the hospitals and through drugs.
Mm-hmm.
They and anyway, they up on us like that scripture, like a bird. They just, any way they can kill Jake, man. They gonna kill Jake.
Mm-hmm. Which brings up another point. I'm glad I went into that because, in light of what happened with George Floyd, and you got to understand these Jakes are being used. These weren't upstanding like citizens. All right, let's just call it for what it is. All right, but this is the Most High's hand at work here. Now, as a result of this and our complaints, you got a lot of these police resigning. And in some departments in droves, because they can't do the things they were used to getting away with. What should that tell you? All right? This wasn't about justice at all. It never was. It never is when you got, who our enemy is. Consider that. He's not a just man to begin with. So why would you expect any justice from him? All he's ever done is given you or given us, all right, how am I going to say this? In other words, it always benefited him. It never benefited us, all right? And it was never meant to, the so-called criminal justice system. All right, his law in any, either criminal justice, civil, anything, it's never meant, this whole society was never meant for us. None of it was, all right? It's for his benefit. So while it might seem on the surface, oh, he's doing this, he's changing this law here. No. It's always a back door for them. Trust me on that. So they can wiggle out. But what does Micah 2 say about that? Let me get that right quick. This is Micah, because they've been so accustomed of wiggling out of stuff. All right, it says, this is Micah chapter 2, verse 3. It says, therefore thus saith the Most High Yahweh, behold, against this family do I devise an evil from which ye shall not remove your necks. Neither shall ye go haughtily or proudly, for this time is evil. That's another thing that's going on now, all right? Because of this so-called coronavirus, everybody's losing their jobs, their way of life, so to speak, is going down the toilet, all right? They're not as comfortable as they used to be. They would look at Jake and say, well, it's his fault, it's his problem. I ain't got nothing to do with that. He should pull himself up by his own bootstraps. Well, now what do you have to say? Don't you feel powerless right about now? All right? Through no fault of your own, seemingly. All right? So how is that pride now? All right? Not holding up your nose so high now, are you? This is Isaiah chapter 25, verse 7. It says, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people. What was that covering? Let's look at some of them, all right? Again, since the time of Columbus, he's actually a little bit before then, but just using that as a point of reference now. What has this always been about? Puffing himself up to be what he's not primarily, but creating this air of invulnerability, of righteousness, at least in his own eyes, and to the point where the world was kissing his ass, all right, as a people. Everywhere he went, like I said, started what? The iconoclasm, all right, the defacing of the images, him putting his images up as those righteous people. That's part of that. And he deceived the whole world. Going to Revelation 20, that's what he's talking about. He deceived the whole world, all right? And it's so obvious because he was the only one in a position to do that. But a lot of people refuse to see that, all right? And like I say, with the advent of the internet, it's so easy to just type these things in and look and search it for yourselves. But a lot of you want to remain, like I say, ignorance is bliss. A lot of you want to remain under the spell, all right? And you just want to go back to your own miserable lives such as they were before this so-called coronavirus pandemic, all right? You think that it's going to go back to what you think is normal. No, you're not paying attention. There is no going back. There is no more quote-unquote normal. It's over. This is that new world order that they were talking about. Look at it. It snuck right up on you because you weren't paying attention to the things that you were supposed to be paying attention to. You so caught up with all this entertainment and all this other crap. And he got you. All right, he got you. He's pouring more and more money into the system on purpose in order to crash you. All right, you're not paying attention. You're so worried about people being 6 feet from you and putting on these stupid ass masks that don't do anything to begin with. All right, you haven't been focused on what's really going on. This is a slick bastard, and I hope you see that now. This was all planned out. And I have a sneaky suspicion that this is all going to break during the fall around the election time. And the bottom is going to drop out of this bitch. You notice he's been putting troops strategically, setting them up as if in anticipation of something happening. This is not all for show, folks. All right? This place is done. Thankfully, this place is done. It's done. It's over. It's over in my best Yogi Berra voice. Ain't no coming back. All right. Any other precepts that you have?
Yeah, I'm finished this way. Okay. Oh, Lord my God, if I have done this, if there be iniquity in my hand, if I have rewarded evil unto him that was at peace with me, yea, I have delivered him that without cause it was my enemy. See, that means what have we done to this man? We was at peace with him. The Indians, the native tribe, they was at peace with him. Oh, Columbus, came over here and gave him all kinds of diseases, tricked them, and shit, tricked them for the land with whiskey and all that other stuff, and I mean, everybody was at the Mexicans down there. This land was mostly part of theirs.
Yeah, it was Gad and Issachar primarily. Yeah,
he took it from them. That war. What war was it? The Spanish American War.
You're talking about the Alamo. Hold on.
Yeah.
Because there was some trying not to cuss here. There was a lot of let me just pull it up. Bearing in mind, take it with a grain of salt when I read this what Esau is going to say. But they messed over these people. Let's see. Here we go. And again, that's these people's MO. But in their eyes and in their eyes only, they're righteous. Let's see, Battle of the Alamo, all right. So-called Texas Revolution, all right. And here's my point. They turn it around. It says, following a 13-day siege, Mexican troops under President General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna reclaimed the Alamo Mission near San Antonio, Texas, killing the Texian and immigrant occupiers. Santa Anna's cruelty during the battle inspired many Texians, both legal Texas settlers and illegal immigrants, but they're not telling the whole story. All right. Buoyed by a desire for revenge, the Texians, meaning the so-called Americans, defeated the Mexican army at the Battle of San Jacinto in April of 1836. Again, this is bullshit, all right, because, again, they tried to swindle these people. And they did all kinds of atrocities to these people. But, as usual, this is his retelling of what actually happened, to benefit, again, him and his image. This is not all what went on here. Now, it says within Mexico, it says the battle has often been overshadowed. I don't want to turn this into a lesson on the Alamo, but this goes into what we've been talking about. Within Mexico, the battle has often been overshadowed by events from the Mexican-American War.
Yeah.
1846 to 48, which came after this, the Alamo. But again, this is something that's become a folklore, especially amongst Texans. All right, because again, they've always viewed themselves to be the righteous, when actually, no, it's the opposite. Any more that you had on?
Yeah, just I'll finish this. Oh, my Lord, in thy anger, lift up thyself because of the rage of my enemy, which is Esau. Awake is Esau for us, most definitely, you know. Await for me to the judgment that thou hast commanded. So shall the congregation of the people compass thee about. For their sake, therefore, return thou on high. Okay, I guess that means we looking, you know, we looking to win. You know, we looking, you know, we looking to defeat this, you know, this Esau, you know. We're looking to defeat it.
That's only going to happen. Why? Because we're supposed to turn back to our power. All right, we can't do this on our own. Let's make that clear.
Yeah.
You know, that's the big thing. Jake is thinking carnally, and that's not going to. That's never worked for us. All right, because what? We're under punishment still. Right. This is all about returning to our power.
That's correct. Okay, I'm gonna finish. Okay, the Most High shall judge the people. Judge me, O Lord, according to my righteousness and according to my integrity that is in me. That's what you just got to be speaking about. You're going to judge the people. You know, that got to happen, you know. Oh, let the wicked of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just that's the elect. But the righteous Lord tries the heart and reach. My defense is of the Most High will save the upright in heart. God judges the righteous, and God is angry with the wicked every day. You know, that's what our precept is.
There you go.
If he turns not, he will whet his sword. He has bent his bow and made it ready. He had also prepared for him the instrument of death. You know what that is?
Yeah.
The instrument of death, man.
Yeah. Is that it on that?
Yeah. This is what they call.
That's those missiles.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
He ordained his error against the prosecution. Behold, he travails his iniquity and has conceived mischief and brought forth falsehood. He made a pit and digged it, and he fallen into the ditch which he made. His mischief shall return upon his own head. That's Esau. And his violent diligence shall come down upon his own path.
And there you go.
Okay.
That's
it.
That's what's going to happen. You know, all this he got planned for us. You know, once he comes after the elect, think of it. You got a nice meal prepared, getting ready. You always thinking about is attacking that table. You know, you got your napkin and everything. Yeah, you got your silverware all set out. You know, got your wine and everything. This is analogous to his plan, you know, in the works, what's going on now. Well, he's trying to establish his new world order, all right? And then all of a sudden, the door gets kicked in. You all discombobulated, like, oh, what happened? You know, you're looking at that porterhouse or whatever you got on there. You thinking about, you know, what you're going to eat. This is Proverbs 30, and because I read Habakkuk 2 and 16, right? Talking about shameful spewing, all right? And this is what's come about for your history. It says, the wise shall inherit glory, but shame shall be the promotion of fools. And this is shameful what's coming out, all right, about you devils, all right? You cannot hide. You're trying to deflect, but again, what's been going on because of your pride, and you thought we were so far beneath you, you weren't paying attention to what was going on, all right? This is spiritual warfare, all right? The wise shall inherit glory, but shame should be the promotion of fools. Who's the fools? Let's go to Job 30, all right? And this is talking about your people, so-called, as we know them today, so-called white people, you like to call yourselves. All right, this is Job chapter 30, verse 8. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. You really don't have any history that's not full of wickedness. So you go about claiming the ancestry and customs of other people in order to make yourselves look what? Anything that you aren't. All right. That's how you've lived. That's how but again, this is coming out, and again, this is why, let me get it. This scripture right here proves it. This is Sirach, chapter 25, verse 7. This is indeed a great time to be alive. It says, there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. And the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, which you can't have now. And he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And that's the time we're in now. We're seeing your fall. All right. And it is beautiful. 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 All right. Beautiful. This is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 3. It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. All right? And that's our power, as the ark was going in with his scriptures earlier. All right? He's coming back, and he's taking you out. Esau, the nation of Edom, his descendants, who refer to yourselves as white people today. You're done. You're done. And what's about to be seen, you're not going to want to fight, but he's going to put it in your heart to fight. All right? You're done. So with that, unless you had anything else out?
Just one more.
All right.
Okay, just to clarify everything, Psalm 37:34. Wait on the Most High and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. I have seen the wicked in great power, and spread himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I saw him, but he could not be found.
There you go. Again, going back to what? That has echoes of Zephaniah 3 and 8. You got to wait. It says, wait ye upon me. All right, saith the Lord. Again, we can't do it by ourselves, but that which we do see now, those curses are being transferred to this devil. He can't take it. Deuteronomy 30:7. All right. So, did you have anything else on? All right. So with that, I hope you, whoever views this is edified, of course, as is usually the case. Hey, time grows short. All right. For those that are on the fence, I hope you find it. I hope the Lord puts it in your heart. You guys can't be on the fence now. You either do it or you don't. All right. We got a class. One thing to get into this and spout different scriptures, but this is something you have to live. All right. This is our heritage. All right. Not in it. This is our heritage. The great pretenders, as I call them, they're being found out more and more every day. That's why they got to hurry up with their plans here. All right. So with that, Call halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Bahadash. All right. Double honors once again to the apostles of Great Millstone. So, all right, who rule well, who told us this truth. Salutations to the occupant out there on the highways and byways, pushing this truth, all honesty and sincerity, while trying to wake up the remaining hopefully left. All right, because like I said, time grows short. The doors of repentance are closing ever. All right, they're closing. All right, so with that, shalom.
Shalom.